Page 33, the elephant. The idea behind this lesson is, again, a different time signature, but as I said, if you understand how the numbers work, it doesn't matter what they are. So let's go through and see what this elephant is doing. I'll look it over, it's a page long. The clef signs are treble and bass clef. There are two sharps in the key signature, so it's either in D major or B minor, because those are the keys with two sharps. If you look at the bottom, you're ending here. It's a D major chord. I'm guessing we're in D major. However, do both scales, D major scale and B minor scale. Go ahead and do the arpeggios also. At least one octave up and down. If you know it, then go ahead and go 2 octaves. But in the scale videos, it's the trill exercise that will help you the most. And in the arpeggio videos, it's the tremolo exercise that will help you the most. Make sure you're doing those. And then we have our new time signature of 3/8. Well, the top note is still a 3, so there's 3 counts in a measure. That doesn't change none. But the bottom note is now an 8, so that is an 8th note. So now we're dealing with 8th notes. They get a count. So there's a lot of 8th notes. Then the 16th notes, they get half a count. So it's like 1 and 2 and 3 and. So 16th note, big deal. Let's take it one hand at a time. We have some triplets in here. The right hand starts at here. Remember the F sharp, it's in the key signature. So it's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. Oh, this is fun. Second line, second measure. You're here. 1, 2, and then here. The fingering is fine. You don't need the G natural. It's a G natural anyway. But did you just add a G sharp and you're being clear? Make sure you play a G natural. And then back to what you were doing. Third line, third measure, triplets. 1 and a 2, or triple a 2. 1 and a 2 and a 3. That's what it is. It's just a chord, broken chord, and it's 1 and a 2 and a 3. 1 and a. That's all it is. It's triple a da. Those 4 notes have to be all even, rhythmically. Ba da da da. Rest. Rest. 4th line, second measure, C naturals. Last line, second measure, come down. I suggest you do a 1-3. Yeah, there's no real comfortable fingering for at the end as far as I can find. So the fingering in the book is fine if you want to do that in the last 2 measures. I do a 4th finger on that, so I can do 2-5 here. I'm staying out here. Left hand. Well, the left hand has the fun. It's the melody. 1, 2, 3. Second finger now. 1 and 2 and 3 and 2. Third finger. They want third finger again. You can do 4. And then 5 for the next one, if you want. The fingering is fine, it's just, I'm all over the place, and I like to stay out here. So at the end of the first line, I do a 4 or 3, and then a 5 here. I stay out here. But in the third measure, in the second line, you need thumb on that first note. That way you got enough fingers to go all the way down. It's rather repetitious. Let's go down to the 4th line. You're here. Now, C natural. They're all C naturals until the end. Now it's a C sharp. They put in the sharp in parentheses. It's a courtesy sign. It's a sharp anyway, because it's in the key signature. The others were C naturals because they put natural signs in there. This is just like a D major scale. Yeah, that works out. Then we put the hands together, and I'll hesitate all over. I don't care. It's just here, here, then here, here, here. Let's go down to the third line. You're here. Now triplets. Those are together. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and a 3. 1 and 2. Get the idea? It's a little bit tricky. So I put the hands together slowly, and then I go over any touchy spots and really focus on the hard parts and get rid of the hesitations. Don't keep playing it through start to finish. Really dig in and focus on the hard parts. Get those ironed out, and then you can go back and put it all together later. But once I have the hesitations worked out, then I'll think about the articulation. I'm hinging at the wrist for the staccatos, and there's short staccato here. Accent. You can connect these eighth notes. I accent the first of the measure because it's the natural accent. And these, staccato. Get the idea on the accenting, and it's pretty repetitious. So once I have the articulation in, then I think about the dynamics. Applies to the melody. In this case, it's the left hand. Loud. Forte makes the accenting note a very loud note. Think of an elephant walking. These chords need to be soft in the background. And that appears to be about the only dynamic they give you. Isn't that pleasant? Actually, once you get into it and you're comfortable with it and you're not focusing so much on notes and rhythms, it's kind of coming automatic. If you feel it a little louder and softer in places, put it in. Yeah, you feel it. You're just staying on the loud side altogether. Now the speed, allegretto pomposo, oh boy. Allegretto, remember, is between moderato and allegro. It's sort of a moderately fast. Pomposo, I suppose that has something to do with the way an elephant would walk, rather pompous or whatever. It's a feeling. You have to just imagine it. There's no set, well, this is how you do it. You imagine it. Let's play this very slowly together to check the notes and the rhythms. I'm not going to do any louds and softs. There aren't any. I'll do the staccatos and I'll try and do the accents. So I'll give us 3 counts because it's in 3/8 time. Rather slowly though. 1 and ready and go and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and. Rest, rest.